It's me again. This time we're walking, and we're gonna talk about that loneliness issue for us INFJs again. So we're gonna go this way and see what we got. I won't be out here long. This will not be a long video, I can promise you that, because I can't do this for long, because I'm in Alabama and it is July the 21st. You do the math. Um, I think today the high is 9,500 degrees, somewhere along in there. Kelvin. Actually, it's not that bad. It's right now. It actually feels kind of good out here right now. I'm in the trees, obviously, but I'm at a local spot to look around and see the wildlife. So this is the kind of thing that I like to do. Let me back up against this without dying, falling off and dying. So this is the kind of thing that I like to do is come out here to places like this and soak in nature. This gets me in the concrete world. It gets me in my say or the se, and gets me away from my own internal spiral. And I'm by myself, nobody around, just me. I want to touch real quick on the family dynamic, and this is going to be a subject inside a subject. But like I said, don't worry, this won't be a long one. Video, that is. Um, if you have parents that are living, or if you have a child or multiple children, let's remember to try to take extra care to foster those relationships, because um, they may not be the same archetype we are. They might be different. They might have, let me reach up and pull that down just a little. That's a little too low. So they may not understand us as INFJs. They may not understand the INFJ landscape, and a lot of times we have a tendency to create distance or flat out cut those people out of our lives that either don't or can't reciprocate just because we don't have any use for them. But um, in normal life, that makes sense to do that. Uh, to keep people at arm's length, because um, it's just easier for us. But let's not do that to our family. Um, give them the extra consideration they deserve, because you are the only you they have, whether they are your elder or they're a parent uh, from the previous generation, anybody from the previous generation, or if they are from the next generation, they're your children or nieces and nephews. Give them that extra latitude and try extra hard, because we can disappear for 6 months and it's nothing to us. It doesn't, you know, I mean, unless we are really drawn to somebody. I'm walking through spider webs here left and right. unless we are really drawn to somebody, then we can go 6 months and not see somebody, and that's okay. Um, that's not necessarily going to bother us, but it might bother them. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna walk out here. There's no guardrail here, so I'm gonna walk out here and excuse me while I look down here and kind of be careful about navigation. But there's no handrail here. You'll see when I turn around. I'm gonna grab hold of this tree. If I lose my balance here because I'm looking in the blasted camera, I'll die because there's no handrail. It's just right off the side of the rocks into oblivion. So anyway, that INFJ loneliness, this is how I get out of it. I'm feeling pretty good today, feeling spry for what my kids think is an old man. So and most of the time my body tries to convince me that I'm much older than I actually am. So, I'm feeling spry today, feeling good, so I'm taking a little bit of a walk. And it gets me away. I turn this camera off, and I'm on kind of for the camera, not a lot. I'm not really on because there's nobody there that's expecting anything. If you don't like me, hit the damn button. And I don't really have a if I didn't want you there, then I would not have hit my button. Right? So as long as we're both doing what we want, then either you're not there anymore or we're in this mutually. So there's that same house from a different viewpoint, or that same cliff from a different viewpoint. And let me show you what I'm walking around on out here. So it's not, that's why I keep looking down. It's because it's not easily navigable. So not like walking down a sidewalk. You may have heard the rocks crunching a minute ago. I was on a kind of a groomed pathway, but not now. I'm just out here on the rocks now. Man, this is beautiful. I was gonna turn y'all around, but you know what? I'll come out here and I'll turn the whole rig around. So this is a panoramic point that is a local spot here in northern Alabama. Or if you're from here, that's Alabama. And it just goes all the way on around. So I'm out on kind of this peninsula of a point. It's there's two valleys here that meet, and this is right in the middle of that. So, but anyway, this is what gives me uh, some more juice in my batteries. So I encourage you to do this type of thing yourself. Get out, walk a little. I was talking actually yesterday, where was the other video where I was talking about getting out and walking, doing something that puts you in your say, doing something that gives you um, happiness, gives you joy, recharges your batteries a little bit. I'm going to come over here to the edge in the shade. So it's not too bad out here. It feels, I'm not sweating at all, and I should be really, as hot as they say it's supposed to be today. The heat index is supposed to be somewhere between 104 and 108. There's a heat advisory. Uh, well, actually, now that I think about it, there's, depending on where I am, this borders 3 counties. So, but 2 of the 3 counties that this is in is under a heat advisory, if I remember right. So it's not terribly bad. It feels like maybe, I don't know, 88 to 90 degrees. So, about, that'd be, oh, what would that be? Huh, I don't know. Low 30s in Celsius. So, not too bad. The humidity doesn't feel that bad either. You can see the cloud cover, patchy cloud cover. And so we've got a front coming through uh, tomorrow, I think. It's supposed to be in the mid to upper 80s, mid 80s, I think. But get out here and enjoy this. I hope this wind isn't too much for you, but now it's going to start blowing good. So get out here and enjoy this type of thing. Or, you know, go sit by yourself in the woods somewhere. There's plenty of woods here where I'm at, obviously. We can look down there and see that. Those are the treetops. I don't know if you can tell that or not. I don't know how well this is going to come through on video, but those are the treetops down there. That's not the floor of the canyon. Those are treetops down there. So there's another 50 feet to go, or at least another 50 feet to go once you get down there. Maybe this will give you an idea. And I saw one of these rock pillars crumbled out there in the parking lot, so I'm hoping, this holds me up as I lean against it. But I'm also hoping that this thing holds my phone up, because it wasn't very expensive. But there we are, out here in the beautiful creation. And I'm sure getting used to this stick is going to take some practice. So there's that. That's my favorite view, is down this canyon over to that next mountain that's over there. But take care of yourself, like I was saying yesterday. Give yourself some time. Make yourself first. Put yourself first. We have a tendency to always be in service of somebody else, especially if we've got a full-time job and we're involved in church and maybe community groups that we're involved in. We're doing all that because we're trying to be of service, and that's good. That's where we need to be. But we also need to be here alone, or wherever it is you get your say. You need to get that so that you can recharge, because you can't get recharged, you're not going to be any good to anybody, including yourself. So I encourage you, again, get in your say, whatever it is that gives you pleasure, and get comfortable in being alone. You don't have to have somebody to share everything with. That's that the there's a lot of conspiracy theories about a lot of different stuff, but one of them was created. It's not really a conspiracy theory, but it was created after World War II, and then now I hear that they're giving tax breaks for uh, people that have kids or people that have multiple kids, and they're giving incentives for people to have more children in case that money was the only reason they weren't having children. Um, so that's not necessarily for us. I mean, I've got two kids, but um, that relationship has been over. And then I've gone through another relationship after that. And I don't mean the relationship with my kids, I mean with my ex. You know, I thought that was, every time we like to think it's forever because wouldn't that be the best case scenario for everybody concerned? For us, for our significant other, especially for the children. But didn't work out that way for me. I hope it can for you, but it didn't work out that way for me. And I tried one more time and that was it. Now, I say that was it, but we don't know the future. We really don't know. I may get knocked off my feet. And hey, if I do, that's all right. I'm open to that, especially if it lasts for the rest of my life. If it doesn't, though, I may have a catastrophic breakage. Uh, and if that happens, hey, we'll deal with it maybe right here. Um, but the point I was trying to make earlier was that um, that forever and that being with somebody and having, everybody's got somebody out there. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's going to last forever. I believe less and less in soulmates the older I get and the more mates I go through. I believe less and less in soulmates. Or the alternative soulmate theory that I heard brought up here not long ago, which was that we have multiple soulmates. So, soulmate not taking on the traditional forever type of relationship scenario, but a person having multiple soulmates that is there, like we spoke yesterday, for a season, and then they're gone. But that doesn't mean that that's a soulmate can be a friend or it can be a partner, and the way they were teaching it, it would be somebody uh, that was in agreement of a goal. That you had together, or yeah, a goal that you have together. So whatever that goal is, uh, you would have that in common, and then when that goal was achieved, then that partnership would dissolve because the goal had been met, but that did not take away from the importance that that person, at least for a time, was a soulmate because they were the one that could um, most ably help you get your goal accomplished. So maybe there's more than one. Maybe we all get the the benefit of having more than one soulmate, just not necessarily lifelong soulmates. And I'm open to that. That's okay. That's kind of a label. So, and like I said before, I don't really operate under labels. I mean, I don't have to have a label to stick on something, but most INFJs don't. We can operate without them because we can feel what's going on, between two different people, between us and whoever else. We can get both sides, and we know how they're taking it. And so we know if we need to apply a label so that that person can understand what it is, because we apparently are so uh, hmm, we're apparently such wonderful people that everybody wants to spend forever with us, at least until we're not who they thought we were, or we're not who they expect us to be. Then things change and we get back into yesterday's video. I appreciate you walking with me today. Uh, that's going to be pretty much it. If you know where I am, don't blow me up. Um, at least not until, you know, not until on down the line. Let's just assume that this channel's going to get tons and tons of views, and so let's not look down there and go, oh, this video's got 5 views. I'm gonna go ahead and blow him up. Let's wait till I get a couple thousand anyway, and we'll just be extra positive and believe that's going to happen, because it doesn't for everybody. So I could certainly be talking to 5 people, uh, forever, and that be it, which is fine. But let's not blow it up until we figure out if there's going to be 5,000 or just 5. If you don't know where I am in North Alabama, come out and try to find it. It's a good place to be. That's all I got for now. Thanks for walking with me. Come back and see what I've got next week or in the next couple of days. Who knows? Sometimes I drop videos back to back, day after day. Sometimes it takes me a few days or a week to get another couple out. So come back and see me again. I appreciate you watching and seeing what I had to say, giving me the benefit of the doubt. And hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell. And then watch your life get better. It's going to. I've been saying it from early on. Your life's going to get better if you do those things. And it's true, because I told you it was going to, and I'm right, because I can see your future. Thanks for following along. I'm Mark. Let's do it again soon.